There are honestly some confusing things about the Panerai Submersible, but we're going to make it clear and help you pick the perfect one for you right here at SwissWatchExpo. Fresh from the showcase here at SwissWatchExpo, there are some confusing things about the Panerai Submersible. If you start looking for one, you might find yourself bogged down in a sea of too many details. So I'm going to help you make it real clear. If you're watching this video, you probably know all about the history of Panerai, how they started in the 1800s as a watch company, founded a watch, sort of a school, a watchmaker's school, right there in Florence. And as they progressed, they started making a lot of different precision instruments. They weren't really sold to the public at all, and then they became a precision instrument company, and then sort of a really small in-house sort of boutique of watch, really limited edition handmade watches that were only sold at that location until Sylvester Stallone came along. And you know everything that happened since then. The brand absolutely blew up. The Panerai website has been really a movement within the watch world before there was even such a thing as YouTube or Wikipedia or Facebook. There was Panerai. So it's a watch that has a loyal cult following, but even if you're just adding the first one to your collection, you might just find it so overwhelming when you see all the choices. What we're going to show you here is the three main divisions. What happened with Panerai was that the Submersible came out in 1998 as a division of the Luminor line. Now, that's a little bit confusing. The word Luminor is a trademarked tritium-based powder that the company invented in the 1940s to make their dials luminescent. And so it was such a revolutionary thing that they did with that lume material that they named an entire shape of the watch after it. So the original Luminor, what you remember about it, we've done on some other videos, you've seen that it has a cushion cape shape and a round bezel around it with this prominent crown guard. This is really the prominent feature in Panerai, is this crown guard that keeps it watertight and protects the crown from knocks. And so the Submersible, when it came out in '98, it was essentially a type of Luminor. And what they did was they modernized the look. They put a rotating bezel on it so it could be a true dive watch. The other watches, even though they were extremely water resistant, since they didn't have a unidirectional turning bezel, they weren't really qualified as a dive watch, so that took care of that. Made the Submersible look a little bit more modern than the regular Luminor. So as you see on this one, it says Luminor Submersible on the dial. So Submersible was part of the Luminor series. When they, I guess for the 21st birthday for the Submersible, it was a grown-up in the world. In 2019, they separated it out into its own line. So you'll see on the most modern one that we have here, the dial actually just says Panerai Submersible, not Luminor Submersible. So Submersible is part of its own line now. There's four main lines at Panerai we've talked about. There's the radio mirror, the Due, which is about half as thick as the others, so it's a little more dressy and more unisex. There's the Luminor, and then the Submersible. So within the Submersible, they have also consolidated the line a little bit. Recently, they discontinued the original 44 millimeter size, and it's simplified now at either 47 or 42. So when you're looking at these watches, the easiest thing to do is go on SwissWatchExpo.com. In the search bar, just type in the word Submersible. You'll see everything that we have. If you know that you want a 42, a 44, or a 47, you'll be able to adjust the size sliders to only show you that size. But I'll show you the sizes right here so you can compare them. The original size was the 44 millimeter. This one is stainless steel, and this is a PAM 1024 is the reference number for it. And you'll see it's high polished stainless steel. It's got a lot of shiny bits. It has the original crown guard that's a little smaller. It doesn't have the trademark written into it like the 1950 models do. The case is entirely steel. This is an older model at this point, so it is based on an ETA movement, but it's water resistant to 300 meters. It's a proper dive watch. You could use it for absolutely anything. And being the original 44 millimeter size, this is the size that a lot of people think of when they think of a Panerai watch. It just has the more modern look with the rotating bezel. So then, sort of the next one is the 47 millimeter. And the 47 millimeter that I've got on here, this one's a PAM 389. And you can see them, it definitely looks bigger on than the 44. You can kind of see them right next to each other this way. But if you look at it apart from the 44, I mean, I don't have the biggest wrists in the world, maybe 7 inches. And I think I could pull it off. This one is a titanium case. This is their anti-magnetic series. And what you have with this one is a Faraday case inside the titanium case. It's a soft iron core that encapsulates the movement, makes it about 8 times more anti-magnetic than the international standards call for a watch to be called anti-magnetic. This one, of course, is topped with the black ceramic bezel. So that's an entirely different look from the polished steel of the original. This one's also part of the 1950 series. So it's a flatter, bigger crown guard, and it has noted that it's a registered trademark item, that crown guard, the way that it fits. There's a lot of different strap combinations. Here's one that's just like it on the green strap. That one actually comes with multiple straps. So if you look for the PAM 389 on our website, you'll see that. So here's the 42 millimeter. I've heard it said that unless you're a Paneristi, that 42 is about the biggest watch you'd want to wear. But when I put this on, I mean, yeah, it looks like a fantastic size. It's not as bold and prominent as a 44 or 47 millimeter Panerai. Definitely something that I could see where a much bigger portion of the population might be interested in it. The other watches, it's said that they're polarizing. People either absolutely love them and they end up with 5 of them, or they are put off by the size and shape of the Panerai. This one might be the one that bridges that for you. This one's called a shark gray dial. It's got an interesting texture. We're back to a ceramic bezel, this one in blue in the 42 millimeter. It comes with multiple straps. You can see here's one of the straps with the stitching, with the sort of rubberized nylon, and then a full rubber strap. And it comes with all the tools to change it and everything. So you can have a lot of fun with this watch. It definitely has a distinctive style. It's not like anything else out there in the market, and definitely a conversation piece. It's a robust watch that you can wear with absolutely anything, and it really sort of pushes the envelope for a sport watch, and it's pretty testosterone driven when you align yourself with the Italian Navy, as Panerai has throughout its history. If you think about Italy, it's almost all coastline. So the Navy was where they had the majority of their military presence. And they really had a lot of innovations in the naval world. So it's a watch that definitely speaks adventure. And if you're interested in seeing which submersibles we have in stock, just type that word in on the website. Give us a call. We're happy to talk Panerai with you. We've got 4 Panerai experts answering the phones. So give us a call, see what we've got in stock, click the bell, like and subscribe. Tell us which one you like in the comments, and we'll look forward to talking Panerai with you.